In this video, we're going to look at the overall market structure because yes, the markets look extremely bearish at the moment, but I'm going to tell you why this might be the golden opportunity to buy exactly here because yes, we're going to look at the overall sentiment, but most importantly guys, we're going to look at this bullish breakout that we could expect on the even lower time frames on the 4-hour chart. So yes guys, if you want to find out more about the Bitcoin price movement, all the fundamental values of Bitcoin and what we could expect from the overall sentiment and of course from the altcoins, you should need to watch the video until the end, smash up the like button and subscribe, and most importantly guys, activate the bell so that you stay up to date. And welcome back to B4Crypto. Yes guys, I understand the major pain that you are feeling from the overall markets. Yes, we can see that Bitcoin is all the way from the all-time high all the way to the swing low. We could see this dump of 19%, and at the moment guys, from the previous high we are down around 15%. But yes, some of the altcoins saw a major dump towards the downside, but guys, we're going to look at the altcoins why this is actually nothing compared to the price movement that we already had and compared to the price movement that we could expect in the immediate short term. But yes guys, we're going to start on the daily chart of Bitcoin, and like I told you in the previous video that we saw this major rejection exactly here at this green line, the point of control from the volume price range. But yes, I also told you that this could be a bullish move because Bitcoin had this dump all the way back down to the 61.8 on the daily chart, and we saw that after the halving, yes, we saw the sideways move, but overall guys, Bitcoin formed a higher high exactly here compared to the previous one to form this higher low exactly here, because yes, overall Bitcoin needs to break the 38.2 to get back above this rising trend line and back above the symmetrical triangle. But most importantly guys, we need to break the 23.6, which is also going to be this downward sloping trend exactly here, round about the levels of 69,000 US dollars. Yes, let's say round about 70,000 US dollars. This is going to be a major resistance zone. But guys, if we're going to see this move towards the upside, we could expect this bullish move for Bitcoin all the way to our price target from this major sideways range and this absolute boredom phase that I told you is going to happen all the way from exactly here. Because yes, this is the maximum pain for the overall crypto market. If you bought exactly here, absolute boredom and a slightly negative movement for the overall crypto market, this is just going to frustrate you and bring you to a point where you're going to sell exactly here, which is actually a higher low exactly here and maybe even the bottom for Bitcoin, to get a lot of people out of the market, to get absolute frustration, and then we're going to see this bullish move towards the upside. But could this already be the beginning of a major pump? Because yes, overall guys, we can see at the price movement of Bitcoin, if we're going to see this turnaround exactly here, this would be a higher low and also a double bottom, which I told you in the previous video is going to be a most likely scenario that we're going to see this cool off phase before the next major move towards the upside. Because here we can see a lot of resistance within this range and a lot of volume guys. This is just a major manipulation to get you out of the market, and yes, I'm also going to explain you why this is the case. But overall guys, if you want to find out about my bearish case, if we're going to break this very important golden pocket, you need to watch my previous video where I talk about this bearish scenario if we're going to break this major important zone. But first of all, we're going to go on the even lower time frames before we're going to look at this bullish sentiment for Bitcoin. And yes, on the 4-hour chart guys, we're forming this bullish pattern, and this usually is a reversal pattern after we saw the price movement come all the way back down and form a low and then form a higher low exactly here. And yes, we're talking about a falling wedge. The overall price target for this bullish pattern is all the way up here at the previous highs and also the top of the wedge exactly here. So this would be exactly all the way back up to this point of control, the 67,200 US dollars. And yes, this would mean that Bitcoin is going to break the moving averages towards the upside and also this resistance zone where we can see that the price movement of Bitcoin has a major resistance. So yes, this would be extremely bullish if we're going to get this bullish breakout and also this reversal all the way back up to this point of control. This could mean that yes, overall we could expect that Bitcoin is going to come all the way to the top of the range. And yes, I've been telling you for a very long time that we're going to see this consolidation over time, that the price is going to consolidate in a certain range before we're going to see this next major leg towards the upside. And yes guys, we're at the bottom of the range. This means that you're not going to sell, you're going to open a long position or even dollar cost average into Bitcoin. Because yes, my bearish case is going to be a fast move towards the downside and an even faster move towards the upside. Because yes, we need to look at this bullish fundamental values about Bitcoin. First of all, let's go over to this post. And yes, when the gold ETF was approved in 2004, there was an 8-year bull run. Yet it took the gold ETF more than 800 days to reach what BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF achieved in just over 70 days. And yes guys, here we can see the ETF, the gold ETF was launched, and then we saw this massive bull run. But let's go over to the next picture, because yes, in 72 days, the BlackRock Bitcoin ETF reached this major volume. And yes, this is exactly what we could expect. We can see a higher demand for Bitcoin, with the supply being much more scarce than gold. Yes guys, there are only going to be 21 million Bitcoin, and this is extremely bullish. But let's go over to the next news, because yes, less than 5% of the global population is invested in crypto. Buy Bitcoin before it's too late, because yes guys, overall we could expect this massive bull run, because all these major institutions like BlackRock, they're just loading up if we're going to see the price of Bitcoin dump even lower. Because yes, this is just a major manipulation to get you out of the market. Because guys, even if we're going to see this 50% dump like we saw for a lot of altcoins, this is not going to turn me bearish. Exactly the opposite is going to happen. I'm just going to load up even more, because ultimately guys, you need to really prepare for what is going to happen next. Yes, even though we saw this 50% dump, we could expect 400, 500 or even 600%, maybe even a 10x from all of these major altcoins, because this is only the beginning of a major bull run guys. And you need to dollar cost average. If you want to buy all of these cryptocurrencies on the spot market or trade it with a leverage, go down in the video description below, where you get a major discount if you sign up with my links. And yes, talking about some major trades guys, I posted these trades in my Signal group. So if you want to join my Signal group, where we are already up in some major profits on Solana, we are up 14%. Because ultimately guys, if we go over to the charts of Solana, I told you that most probably we're going to form this double bottom. This is what I told you in the previous update on Solana. And yes, we saw this major dump towards the downside. Let's take it from the previous highs, which was exactly here at $209, all the way to the swing low. This was a dump of yes 42%. But guys, if we're going to zoom out on Solana, yes, we saw this major pump towards the upside, and this cool off phase is nothing compared to the next price movement that we could expect for Solana. Because yes, even after this consolidation we had in January, we saw this 160% pump. And yes guys, even though we're getting this 42% correction, this is nothing compared to what we could expect for the overall crypto market. So yes, make use of this golden opportunity that we can see on the markets. If there's blood in the street, this usually is the best opportunity to invest. And if we're going to look at render, yes, we saw that render reached a high of $13. But guys, we need to zoom out, because yes, we saw this major pump towards the upside. Let's just go all the way back to August 2023, exactly here. We saw this major parabolic run exactly from the levels of $1.30, and we saw this pump all the way up to the level of $13. So yes guys, this is an easy 10x, 1000% towards the upside. And now we're getting this correction all the way from the swing high, which is exactly here, all the way to the levels of $7. So yes guys, ultimately if you're going to buy the dip exactly here on render, and we're just going to go all the way back to the previous high, this would be a pump of 72%, what you're going to make in the immediate short term. And yes, even though we could expect this dump and come all the way back to the 200 moving average and lose this 20%, guys, you can just dollar cost average even more, because what is 20% compared to the 72% move that we could expect in the immediate short term? And are you going to find the exact bottom? No guys, that's why dollar cost average, this is going to be the best strategy to get in all of these projects. And guys, if you want to find out even more, make sure to join my free Telegram group, where you'll find all the information to my Signal group, and also you stay up to date what is happening in the crypto market. We could expect this bullish breakout from this falling wedge. And yes guys, now is not the time to turn bearish, exactly here at the bottom of this range where we're forming this bullish breakout pattern. And yes guys, if you want to trade all of these moves, go down in the video description below and sign up to Bybit, where you receive a major deposit bonus of up to 30,000 US dollars. But most importantly guys, we are at the beginning of this major leg towards the upside, and this is no time to get bearish. So ultimately guys, be for crypto, smash up the like button and subscribe, and we see each other in the next video.